Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. And what's up, everyone? Um, hope everyone's doing. I hope you guys can hear me. Testing 1 2 3. Yes, testing 1 2 3. Um, let's see. I just got a dinosaur alarm clock. I, I might review it tomorrow or maybe some other time. I don't know yet. But yeah. Oh wow. Uh, they're they are just releasing. Well, not releasing. They just the Acrocanthosaurus is coming. Oh well. Hey Alex. Hey T16. I mean 64. God damn it, me. Um, yeah, I heard John Goodman is 73 years old. Damn, he's old as shit. Um, man, oh man. Alex, did you see a lot of stuff on Facebook? I know that you saw the Torosaurus Good figure, but man, oh man, there's a shit ton of figures this week. Um, and it's crazy, you know, that there's like a shit ton of figures. It was honestly, it's all right. I will talk about the positive and the negative sides of the new Walking with Dinosaurs. Um, let's just say that it's not better than the original Walking with Dinosaurs, Prehistoric Planet, When Dinosaurs Owned America, Dinosaur Planet, and etc. But it's good by its own right. Let's just put it that way. Oh man, like yeah, man. There's a lot of big news this year. So there we go. The recurred Dimorphodon. Mine, despite no spoilers. Well, don't watch my video. Don't watch my video, or don't watch me when if I spoil. So yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you are sure are. There's a whole lot of new figures this week. Yeah, so let's show the let's show the everyone the figures that are coming. I mean that are here this week. We got the Dimorphodon from Recur. Um, it's already out anyway, but I'm just showing you guys it. A teaser from the Shitungosaurus, I believe. A new species of ichthyosaur. An ichthyosaur um, from PNSO. Galzi Galdyikisaur. I cannot pronounce the name. I am so sorry, but yeah, 135 scale, of course. Really cool. Like, look at that. Their marine reptiles are also really good. PNSOs. Oh, and here's the weight on how big this species is. In real life, average weight, the size of a crocodile or some shit. I don't know. And then a larger specimen, the size of a large croc, or I don't know. Yeah, really, really awesome. I wonder if this animal was in the Darien Naish book. I haven't read that book in like quite a while, but yeah. Oh, here's the PNSO sauropod figure discovered in Hong Kong called Hong Kongosaurus. Man, oh man, like this figure is super dope as well. Like, I mean, I do think that um recur, no, not recur, um Holland Goods sauropods are the best of the best, but PNS sauropods are the second best company. Man, oh man, look at that thick neck. You know everything about this sauropod. Um, it's a little bit smaller than the Alamosaurus PNSO figure, but which I have. But yeah, oh wow. I hope one day that they'll make a Dreadnoughtus. That would be freaking cool, and then I would probably get it. It'll save my money. Oh, yeah, here it is. So, judging by the look, it's kind of smaller than the Holland Good. I mean not Holland Good than the Alamosaurus, but Alamosaurus is more thicker. So this is pretty much one of the larger sauropod figures that they have. And here there's the Holland Good Torosaurus. The Holland Good Torosaurus looks really good. I really like the colors of the figure. Um, they did a really good job with it. Um, it's not a. I mean, it's good, but it's not as better than the PNSO Torosaurus. But it's still a good figure by its own right. That's another figure project. Figure I'll get someday. I doubt it because I want to get so many figures. So yeah. And then we got the Reborn Quetzalcoatlus. Here's the what appears to be this is more the Jurassic World version, and here's the scientific accurate version, and here's the Kiss Rex figure, like next to them, one another. Obviously, T Rex is more thicker than the Quetzalcoatlus, so yeah, but Quetzalcoatlus is taller. Oh, and you can move their jaws. Yeah, you can open and move the jaw, both of them. Here's the Torosaurus again. W Dragon Spinosaurus. Yeah, the W Dragon Spinosaurus looks really, really good. Um, I love it. The paddle tail, the spine, the head. This is probably one of the best figures of all time of Spinosaurus. You know, love this figure. Although I don't know. I mean, W Dragons seems to be a really good company, I guess, but I just don't really focus on them. Maybe one day, but I don't know. And then we got the Papo Suchomimus that they're making more copies of, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And Beasts of the Mesozoic, um, or in this case, Creative Beast Studios. Let's see here. Oh, the Acrocanthosaurus, really really cool. Can't wait for the colors. Here's their auction or something. The Andrew Sarkis artwork, really nice. The Allosaurus. Oh, their dragon. Looks like it's based on one of the How to Train Your Dragons. I think it's the Grimlock drag, or I forget the name. I don't really focus on dragons, so please forgive me if you guys agree or disagree. But oh, and I thought I saw some Holland Good, also Holland Good figures. Oh, Holland Good. No, that's pretty much it of this year. So yeah, I really like these figures, and who knows, maybe I might get one of them. I don't know yet, but we'll have to see. Hello, LBT75. I know, right? Oh, yeah. Are you going to wait for the new other paleo documentary like Dinosaur Evolved 2 and Surviving Earth? Yeah, of course, I will. I can't believe that Surviving Earth is created by Steve Haynes. I mean Tim, not Steve, Tim Haynes. I mean Tim, yeah, Tim Haynes. I don't know why I said Hanks. Tim Haynes. Yeah, I know. Man, there's a shit ton of figures. Really, news of the year. Oh, and Jurassic World also had some cool figures, like the Spinosaurus. There's another Spinosaur figure. Dairy Nation actually has actually two of the species, Ceratoseucops and oh god, I can't remember that the other one. Um, I'm actually shocked that Dairy Nation, Dr. Dairy Nation collects figures. Most, I wouldn't say not all, but most scientists don't have the time to collect figures. But Dairy Nation does everything: figures, books. He does fossils. You know, he does a shit ton of everything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also really excited for Surviving Earth. I'm also excited for Talon. It's on Patreon, I heard, but I I'm gonna obviously wait for it till it comes out on YouTube officially. And oh, Forgotten Bloodline Average Spring, which I don't know when that's gonna come out. Because I'm excited for that documentary. And they said that they were supposed to come out this year, so what the hell? 2025 is an awesome year of dinosaur media, and I am definitely enjoying the Walking with Dinosaurs 2025 for the scenes. Not as good as the 90 I mean, 1999 Walking with Dinosaurs series. But yeah, I agree 100%. Walking with Dinosaurs, the original one, is much better. Because better story. Well, because better story, um, more better dino scenes, I guess you'd say, and no like back and forth of like present, then present again. They do this back and forth, and kind of really pisses me off. I mean, even though that the Discovery Channel version of the Big Al series, they kind of the Big Al special, they kind of did that too, but I don't know. Both Walking with Dinosaurs and Prehistoric Planet are way better. Yeah, of course. Well, the original Walking with Dinosaurs and even Prehistoric Planet are much more better. Are better than the 2025 Walking with Dinosaurs, documentary wise. Yeah, and I will do my overall thoughts, like the good and the bad, or I wouldn't say that the ugly. Well, maybe the ugly of the Walking with Dinosaurs, but we'll see. Maybe for tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, that new ichthyosaur model by PNSO looks great. I have never heard of this species either, so this is actually kind of interesting. Yes, it does. Still better than the Walking with Dinosaurs 2013 movie with the overall voices, and way better than the Life on Our Planet of the dinosaur. Of course, yeah. Walking with Dinosaurs, the new version, it's better than the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, except for the prehistoric. Well, the other version, not the no dialogue, but the documentary version. That's kind of debatable on that part. Life on Our Planet, it's better than Life on Our Planet. Both the both models and story. Stories to be more exact. You know, and I will also do my favorite Rex designs of the 2020 eras. I will, but just give me time, of course. Oh, and there's also another dinosaur documentary that's coming out, called River of Giants by Darry Naish. Spinosaurus is going to be in the main focus, so that's pretty interesting. Even though that I disagree with Spinosaurus having feathers, but that's just me. You know, even though that I don't want to be a dick, but you guys get the point. I would watch the both Cretaceous cut of the Walking with Dinosaurs and the Walking with Dinosaurs Prehistoric Planet 3D any day. The Walking with Dinosaurs 3D. We're just gonna call it. Well, I'm gonna call it Walking with Dinosaurs 3D. The Walking with Dinosaurs 3D is pretty good. The narrator is pretty good. There are some scenes that they did cut out in the other one, but it is what it is. Um, I do, but other than that, like it's much better than that trashy 2013 one, you know. And that's a hard question, you know. Is it better than the original? Than not the original? Is it better than the new Walking with Dinosaurs? That's a tough question for myself. And I really love the Pachyrhinosaurus design as well. The 2025 version as well. Hello, Gus. That's kind of cool, and Spinosaurus with small feathers, kind of. Yeah, but I mean, I understand that like there is a megalosauroid that does have feathers, but just because that a common ancestor of Spinosaurus has them, that doesn't mean that Spinosaurus itself should have them. But my digress. It is what it is. I guess I can understand why, but again, it's whatever. Yeah, I'm with you, which is why I prefer the 2014 Walking with Dinosaurs and slash Walking with Dinosaurs Prehistoric Pub. Yeah. So, what is that the Spinosaurus episode? Let me check. Walking with Dinosaurs, star names. Walking with Wikipedia or Walking with Pedia, even though that it's just a fan made Wikipedia themagy. Um, Selvik, Selleck. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's great that Pachyrhinosaurus is in Walking with Dinosaurs again after. Yes, I'm actually really glad that that Pachyrhinosaurus is back again, and I love the fight scene of that. It's like the the males are fighting one another, and you get to see the young bull win the fight, but then all of a sudden, bam! He hits the old man's knocked down, so he gets back up, and then bam! He gores him to death with his nasal boss in the ribs and knocks him the hell out. And the old bull won. I thought he was going to be dead for sure, but it's whatever. He got back up. I mean, again, really, reptiles do survive terrible injuries, so Pachyrhinosaurus could, and they did mention that Pachyrhinosaurus did survive tremendous injuries, just like crocodiles would do today. Um, yeah, and I think that judging by the look and the shape of their snouts and the head or whatever, they're Lacustae. They look Lacustae. I don't know why I think they do, but they do. Yeah, the Spinosaurus episode is one of the best episodes. It's hard to say really which is number one because I do like the Lalusa Titan episode. although it does have a little bit of speculation problems, let's just say. But I mean, for me, in my opinion, but whatever. Um, the Albertosaurus episode Rose was really good as well. Although again, problems. But again, this entire episode does have its own problems. But again, I will talk about it later on. Everyone's just 50-50 on Walking with Dinosaurs. Yes, that is correct. It's great that Albertosaurus is in Walking with Dinosaurs, and I love Albertosaurus. Yes, me too. I mean, for God's sakes, I did my top 5 favorite dinosaurs, and Albertosaurus is my second favorite dinosaur. Well, technically speaking, it's back and forth between it and Allosaurus because I like both of them together. So again, it's really hard to say really who's who. Yeah. Um. The George episode was pretty dark, especially with the final episode. Well, I mean, well, not the final episode, the final part of George. But hey, life goes on. Clover, has one of the cutest designs. Here's Rose. I'm just looking at pictures. Clover, Solik, George, Rose, Albie, and I forget the Lelusa Titan's name. Not to mention the T Rex versus Triceratops fight scene was a really good fight, and honestly, like even though that at the time the tric the truth about killer dinosaurs had the best T Rex beatdown, but the new Walking with Dinosaurs has, my opinion, the better Rex beatdown, in my opinion. Like, the Rex attacks Clover, and then all of a sudden the Triceratops, bam, hits the Rex right in the ribs. Rex falls to the ground and kills him. And yeah, really good beatdown. They said that Clover is such a cringe name for the babe. Really? I mean, I don't mind names, but names are names. I don't like when they use prehistoric planet sounds. Yeah, they did that, and the T Rex sound. They also used leopard sounds with the T Rex, and it's real, and it does bother me. It's like they used scientifically accurate sounds mix in with Jurassic Park sounds and the prehistoric planet sounds, and which sometimes they also don't make scientifically accurate sounds, and the 2013 Walking with Dinosaur sounds. But it's whatever. and Vera Dracon. That's the Asdarkit name. I also like how they used my speculations. Like years like last year or it was 2 years ago whatever, there was this guy um who interviewed Thomas Holtz. LBT actually knows this guy. His name is oh god damn. He makes a lot of tribute dinosaur tribute videos, and he interviewed Thomas Holtz and this and another expert who's in marine reptiles, and I asked a Q&A that would Spinosaurus use itself as a defense mechanism against its own kind or a Carcharodontosaurus, and Holtz actually said yeah, it's possible. So I like how they used my speculation. Yes, that's the guy. EB Laser Rex. Yeah, they used my speculations, which is pretty damn cool that they did. When it comes to the paleontologist scenes, I was lay my back on my eyes were so watery. Yeah, I'm glad that he interviewed Thomas Holtz and that guy. Tarbosaurus, Albertosaurus, Nanosaurus, as well as Tyrannosaurus moncriensis, because those are my favorite tyrannosaurs. Yeah, I've done some music videos just this interesting. Me either. I think that he's in college or he's just very busy, but you never know. I also oh, speaking of which, LBT, I actually a couple of days ago or almost last week, I was watching Disney Dinosaur. I was in a bored mood, so I just decided to watch Disney Dinosaur, and obviously Disney Dinosaur is still one of the best non Jurassic Park dinosaur movies of all time. You know, it and Land Before Time itself, well, the original Land Before Time, are the best of the best non Jurassic Park dinosaur films ever. I also should do, which are my favorites between it and Land Before Time. Because they're sort of similar. Yes and no, but yeah. Yes, I know. Torvosaurus is back, and the design of the Torvosaurus looks pretty good, which I did mention. The colors of the Torvo, look pretty good, and yeah, EB's Laser Rex. That's the kind of guy I also would like to interview him as well. You know, I can't believe that I was a jerk to Yeah, I agree with you. The Holongo models look really good. Yeah, exactly. And not to mention the figures don't look like they're not bigger than the Triceratops, their own Triceratops figures, because Triceratops is heavier than Torosaurus, but Torosaurus has more of a longer skull, well, a bigger skull than Triceratops. Awesome. That's how I feel about revisiting my dinosaur media, walking with dinosaurs. When dinosaurs are yes, even I saw Dinosaur Planet. Actually, like last month, I believe, of the episodes. But yeah. But anyways, I can't believe that I was kind of a well. yeah, a jerk to Thomas Holtz, and I regret it every day now. I'm like, I hate, I hate it because it's like I'm disrespecting a person, well, a guy who's an expert of tyrannosaurs, which are my favorite clade of dinosaurs, and yet I had the audacity to disrespect him because of politics. And you know what? I decided to let people do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, if they want to do politics, let them do politics. You know, I will stand back. But yeah, but all I know is, and yeah, Thomas Holt seems to be a really nice guy. You know, it's just that I'm still disappointed at myself. Even though that, yeah, this was way back around 2020. So yeah, I know. Triceratops is both heavier than, wait, Triceratops is heavier than, wait, and also physically larger than Triceratops. Torosaurus? No, I don't know. Yeah, Torosaurus is both heavier and theologically larger than Triceratops. Really? You see, I always thought that it's opposite way around. Triceratops is larger than Torosaurus and has more mass than Torosaurus, but Torosaurus just has more of a larger and longer skull than Triceratops. I know that Big John is is much heavier than a Torosaurus. Huh. Okay. Okay, so you misunderstood. Triceratops is both heavier, larger, and theologically larger than Torosaurus. Okay. Okay. I love Thomas Holtz. He's one of my favorite paleontologists since Stephen Bersani. Yeah, Stephen Bersani and Philip Curry are also really good paleontologists. And yeah, Thomas Holtz was also in one of my childhood memories back then when I was a kid. He was also in the Discovery Channel version of Walking with Dinosaurs. Um, he also was in um, Extreme Dinosaurs, the BBC documentary about Giganotosaurus, quote unquote, and Argentinosaurus. You know, he was in it interviewing. Um, he's been in a lot of shit, like a lot of documentaries over the past decades at this point. But I can't believe that I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I disrespected him. But you know what? At least that, at least I emailed him about my own. Well, I asked questions of him on of email, and he actually liked some of them, except for the Dryptosaurus. That was Dryptosaurus a good swimmer because of its feet and, well, because of its claws and all, but no. That's what I actually meant. Sorry. Yeah, that's all right. Phil Curry, I loved Phil Curry when I was a kid. He was also another Tyrannosaur expert I really would like to hear of as a kid. I mean, for God's sakes, now he has like his own museum called the Dinosaur Park by Philip Curry, or the Philip Curry Dinosaur Park, or whatever, in Canada, which is a good honor, you know. And Stephen Bersati, he's like part of the next generation of paleontologists. Even though that, yeah, he's middle aged now, but still, like Stephen Bersati is still part of that young gap of paleontology. He also does agree with me that we will hope to see a Tyrannosaur mummy. You know, and Dr. Carr as well. I like him a lot too. And Carr, he means business. You know, yeah. So considering that Triceratops was both larger than and heavier than Torosaurus, that's right, should completely debunked. Exactly. You know, exactly. And yet there are some people out there that still think that Torosaurus is still a mature adult Triceratops. And I'm thinking to myself, there's already evidence that Torosaurus is not an adult Triceratops, but a species of its own. It has holes on its furrows. And didn't someone found a juvenile Torosaurus specimen like a couple of years back? I don't know. I've gotten to. Oh wait, I gotta go. Nice to see you, and great stream, and life finds a way. Okay, LBT, I'll see you around. Maybe you know, maybe you'll do a live stream, maybe later on or something. But yeah, good chat with you. Torosaurus a physical larger head than Triceratops did, but that's literally exactly. Not to mention, Torosaurus has holes on its furrow, you know, and they also lived in different niche partitions to avoid competition with each other. So, Torosaurus and Triceratops are completely different animal, like completely different ceratopsians. They're similar, but Triceratops, but they're both completely different when it comes to their furrows. When Walking with Dinosaurs is now wait, when Walking with Dinosaurs is now out, I drew the stars. Interesting. I hope Junebug Films shows up and Antony. Facebook. I know that Antony lives in Germany, so but you never know. It's night out. Oh fuck. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Antony. Do you think that Walking with Dinosaurs had small pacing. Yeah, it did. You know, in the dinosaur scenes, it was sort of fast pacing. In the science scene, well, with the paleontologists, it felt like really long pacing. I send you a link if you want to join. I can't believe that Jack Horner actually used to make the hypothesis that Triceratops was a juvenile Torosaurus. Yeah, that was so stupid of him. There are some scenes that Jack Horner is right about, but with Torosaurus and Triceratops part, that's bullcrap. And saying that the horns are fragile, they're useless in combat, and they're against T Rex and their kind, which is ridiculous. You have long, you're a herbivore, and you have big ass horns for a reason. And even if the T Rex falls over the Triceratops, the Triceratops is just gonna flip it over. It's not freaking rocket science. Their Triceratops horns are almost like spears for crying out loud. Jack Horner is waste of time. Everyone's waste. Yeah, more like Jack Porner, porn star Horner. Like Godzilla from the Monsterverse, he did had some small pacing. Yeah, he did. Which is why I had a fight with that one girl who, uh, let's just say, oh fuck, where's my phone? Yeah. Oh, Junebug Films. I need to find Mr. Junebug Films if. And he also said that if ceratopsians, Triceratops and Torosaurs both included, use their horns to stab a T Rex, then the T Rex would fall over on top of their heads. Well, even if they did, they're the only thing that they would do, like, T Rex was like, okay, here's the T Rex body, and I'm the trike head. They would just like that, like flip it over, like that, like literally flip over the T Rex with their heads. It's seriously, it's not fucking rocket science. You know, this is why I get really mad at Jack Horner. Like, even though that, yeah, the Predator and Scavenger debate, he was trolling around with that, but the stupid fragile bullcrap Triceratops thing, that's bullshit. That's even more bullshit than the Scavenger debate, in my opinion. Oh, StreamYard. Oh, not StreamYard. Gmail. Oh my god. G- Um. Oh, Junebug Films. Junebug Films. Junebug Films. I also would like to interview Dr. Brian Curtis, who's a sauropod expert. He would be cool to interview, even though that Vididen did interview him. But yeah, and I asked him a couple of questions as well, like the ridiculous question of, did sauropods had feathers? The answer is no, he said. And he even agrees with me it's fan fiction. Oh, oh, here's my phone. Said the old mate. Oh. I send you a link if you want to join. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hope Rex shows up. He'll be excited for the new figures, even though that he's in college. But I mean, then again, he's probably out of college now because it's summertime. But you never know. Never know. Yeah, and someone even also said, well, I'm not going to mention the person's name because I don't want to get in a lot of trouble. But someone said that, oh, Triceratops could use its nasal horn to do all the work, but not the outer horns because the outer horns are fragile because they're hollow, while the outer horn up not out the fuck was I saying? Fuck me. Um, the smaller horn does all the dirty work. I think that both horns, you know, especially the outer horns. I mean, yeah, lower horn, outer horn. Yeah, lower horn. You know, all of them. Yeah. You know, I didn't want to watch Walking with Dinosaurs media to d- decline. Really? How come? Man, I am so sleepy. I fell asleep on my. I mean, I fell asleep on the couch last night. Wonder if Eric will show up. I send you a link if you want to join. I send you a link if you want to join. Um, fuck, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm on Facebook and I'm just looking at some pictures of something. Um, oh shit! Hey, Junebug. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Knock knock.
Who's there or something? Ugh.
Ty.
Tai who?
You finally let me in.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Good.
Good.
How's everyone doing?
I've been pretty good, just
Can't complain.
Interesting.
Just I'm just waiting on one more cameo for my short film. So
Oh,
yeah.
now I can't hear any of you. So.
wait, you can't. Oh, Eric? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, you were saying Tyranno?
I was going to ask Eric if you want to be on your cameo.
I never asked him.
Okay,
Well,
I can hear you too now, so.
I'll ask. Junebug would like to know if you want to be on his cameo.
No, I'm not exactly. If only if he wants to. I'm not. I'm waiting.
Cameo for
never
what?
mind.
A short film. Wasn't really gonna ask. The Tyranno kind of just asked now. It's a short film. You basically just are playing a fictional YouTuber of yourself, and you're reviewing deer, and then you die. That's it. Just wait. I'm just waiting on one cameo right now. But if you really want to, Eric, you can be a part of it. But I understand if you don't want to.
Eric? I hope he's all right. Oh.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh. What are you saying?
I was saying to Ty that I do appreciate the offer, but I think that I will pass.
Okay. It's up to you.
But yeah, so.
But yes, well, I guess I'm just waiting on one more cameo then, and for that, and then it would be up as soon as I get that cameo. So, series of 13 short films, and
Have you tried to ask Antony?
Antony's doing the wraparound segments because it's an anthology.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no, I mean it's just whatever, man. That's all right. And then I got to film 3 more short films for it, and then I'm good. And then I'm gonna probably, hopefully, premiere it October 3rd. Is what I'm looking at.
Oh, nice.
And why are you going to wait until October?
It's Halloween time. It's a horror anthology. Why not?
Okay, fair enough.
I thought you were going to release it like in a couple of days or weeks from now or whatever.
Well, the short films are going to be out right now, but all together, when it is cohesive, then I'm going to release them all together on October 3rd.
I see.
Oh
man, I was thinking about it. I was actually thinking just now on Halloween, I should dress up as Jess for Halloween.
Who, sorry?
I should dress up as Jess for Halloween.
That'd be so nightmare inducing. That actually probably would scare away that probably would scare people.
Oh man, that would be so freaking funny.
I am just really, really glad that she finally left us alone.
Yeah, but remember a couple of like months ago, she called me or someone called me. It was like an unknown number, but
We don't know if it actually was.
I'm sorry. What?
We don't know if that actually was her or not.
That is true. I don't know.
But man, that got old fast. Like, it was funny at first, but fighting for Chris put up yes, harassing everybody for like years after they separated.
Yeah.
From my understanding, that's one of the reasons why that Chris moved away. And if that is accurate, then I don't blame him.
Yeah. I hope Chris is all right.
But yeah, Chris seems to be doing good. Him and his fiance moved over to Wyoming.
Oh wow. Damn. That's a drive. Well, then again, Wyoming and Montana are kind of next to each other, if I'm not mistaken.
They are, yeah. And Wyoming has a very similar. I mean, of course, there are some subtle nuances that are different, though, like how Wyoming does have sales tax while Montana doesn't, and Wyoming to me seems to be not as big as Montana.
Well, yeah, Montana's like one of the. I think it's the third biggest state.
Maybe not. I haven't done enough research, but yeah,
Well, no, it's either third or fourth because I think it's Alaska, Texas, then probably Montana, then California.
I know that I actually want to go to Texas. I don't know why I want to go to Texas. I heard that there's just crazy stuff there.
From what I've heard, Texas is both a hub for paleontology and it also is one of the major film hubs as well.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to Texas. Texas for fossils and there's a couple of people on Facebook that I'm friends with.
And Texas. I mean, if Texas is going to be a new Hollywood, the problem is like the entire state is the film hub. They're going to need a film capital, and there's so much cheap land that you can get in Texas, like land for a reasonable amount.
Yeah,
you're looking at
live in the desert.
Well, you're looking at thousands of acres of land that you can get. Yeah, you're keeping. Hello. Keep in mind, you're buying thousands of acres, but you can get it for pretty reasonable in Texas, for what you're buying.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
And the only thing is, it's, I mean, you got to take the risk. Do you want to buy the land on the Texas-Mexico border? That's the risk you take.
Man.
But no, Texas could easily be, I mean, heck, it's where I want to, possibly where I've been thinking about building, maybe doing what Walt did and building my theme park.
Right.
The only thing. The only thing in Texas that I have a problem if in the desert is rattlesnakes, and I don't want to get my ass get bitten by rattlesnakes.
Well,
Ed.
I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, they have the rattle on their tail for a reason. Like, like it's pretty much it's to warn you, like to
Yep.
back off.
Are
So like pretty much just as long as you back off, like as long as you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
Defense.
Rattlesnakes are like teddy bears. Just give them a big hug.
Or better yet, just observe them, bird's eye view, and you won't get hurt. Yeah.
Or hold them like how Steve Irwin would always hold poisonous snakes, right by the tail.
Venomous, not poisonous.
Same difference to me.
What do you mean? Same difference.
Venomous and poisonous, of course.
I thought venomous and poisonous are similar, but they're not the same.
That's what I understood.
I think we're being technical over nothing.
Yeah. But whatever. I don't care.
I don't know. It all leads to the same thing: venomous and poisonous. Death.
Yep.
Yeah. And even if you survive, then you might get your leg amputated or lose a freaking finger or whatever.
Or even worse, you might lose your entire life.
Yeah.
That too.
It gets so terribly drastic.
That's what death is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
yeah. That's my goal in Texas. Well, if I want to go to Texas.
From Texas.
What?
How far are you from Texas?
Oh. I live in New Jersey, so that's a far away ride
and drive.
Hey, I just pulled into Simba's doggy daycare. I'll be back.
Okay.
That's like 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, for drive-wise.
True.
Yeah. While on plane, I think it's a 3-hour flight.
Not too bad.
Well, with stopovers, it's gonna. Or a direct flight, you mean?
Direct flight.
Yeah.
Directly from New Jersey to Texas.
Yeah, well, technically speaking, I would have to drive to Philadelphia and then go to Texas, which is PA. South Jersey, and South Jersey is like the part where Philly is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Where's Junebug? He'll be back.
Yep.
So how you been, Antony?
Oh, while I've been having my plate full as of late, tutoring and just dealing with a lot of obligations.
Oh.
And yeah, the like.
I see. Jack Horner, from a logical standpoint, the last place in this world of defense. Wait, from a logical point of view, the last place this world you may want to your defense mechanism is on your head. No, that's bullcrap, Jack Horner.
Oh, and by the way, I'm currently at 2,833 subscribers.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I think there are viewers who are starting to have a renewed interest in the recent Power Rangers video that I made like 5 months ago, or that was like recompiled 5 months ago.
I forget, did you dress up as a Power Ranger before?
No, I just did the morphs from the Saban era, the original Saban era.
Interesting.
Yeah, so basically it's Forever Blue, a Saban era, a Blue Ranger, the Saban era Blue Ranger morph attempt style. So here you go. I'll give you the link to the video if you want to check it out.
Okay.
So here you go. Here's the link in the private chat.
Oh.
Feel free to share it, man. Or feel free to share the screen when you play the video.
Loud. Talking to myself. It's pretty damn loud. I'm gonna turn it down.
Well,
I'm still watching.
You can
So
feel
you
free
like
to share
the blue? So you like the Blue Rangers?
Yep. If you feel free to share the screen if you want.
Well, there's music, so I don't want to get copyright.
Nah, no worries. I understand.
Yeah. I forget, is the Blue Ranger like the smartest member of the crew?
Usually he is. I mean, when you think about the American Power Rangers, the Blue Ranger is usually the smart one. There are also instances in the Super Sentai in which the Blue Ranger tends to be the smart one or the youthful one. And sometimes the Lancer.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember as a kid, like, watching the Blue Power Ranger being smart. Yeah, the Red Ranger is always the leader, obviously.
Yeah. The heroic leader.
Yeah, the pink and the yellow Rangers are always female.
Well, pink is always female, because if you go back to the Super Sentai, there were multiple occasions in which the Yellow Ranger tended to be a guy. And that changed in Bioman when the Yellow Ranger was also another lady.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
Hey. How's Simba?
Oh, Simba's good. He's just the most spoiled dog that he's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simba's going to be turning 10 in 2026. So.
Oh, old timer.
Goodness.
Yeah. Crap. Simba's almost 10 years old.
Good.
Yeah. Well, old man still. But an older man.
I definitely have given Simba a very, very happy life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amen.
What else did you? What else? Yeah. Oh, and the Black Ranger. I always think there are a couple of times I always think the Black Ranger is the most evil.
No, he's not. The Black Ranger has a tendency to be like the Lancer of the group, or the strong Lancer, as in like
the strongest.
Well, he's strong to a certain extent, but he's also someone who is just as much of a capable fighter and who can hold his own too. Sometimes he sort of like serves as the second in command.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Black Ranger is like second in command, and Are they the hot? Is the Black Ranger the hothead?
Sometimes you'll find your fair share of hot-headed Red Rangers.
Ugh.
Correct me
Because
if I'm
with
wrong.
the-
I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I believe there have been some incarnations of some Power Rangers team, like where they actually don't have a Black Ranger, right?
Yeah, because let's see. In Zeo, there was the Green Ranger, and then the Sixth Ranger was technically he's a Black Ranger, but he's known as the Gold Ranger.
Right.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. Trey of Triforia and Jason Lee Scott. And then came Power Rangers Turbo. I'd like to think of the Blue Centurion as an extra Blue Ranger, and the Phantom Ranger as a Black Ranger.
Interesting.
Then came Power Rangers in Space. Of course, you got the red, black, blue, yellow, pink main 5, with the Silver Ranger, Zane, as the 6th Ranger. Would have been really cool to have had Adam back as like a 7th Ranger, more appropriately the Emerald Ranger, to complement Zane as the Silver Ranger. Do you know what I mean, Eric?
Yeah. Didn't they bring back Adam for like a few episodes, like back when they did Power Rangers in Space?
They did. Only one episode. I mean, it would have been better if Adam had joined the Space Rangers full time as a 7th Ranger. That would have been dynamic, but I could already tell that I think at the time Power Rangers in Space was originally slated to be the last Power Rangers season, but because of like the renewed interest, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy ended up being the spiritual sequel.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and that perfectly explains why that they killed. I mean, spoilers for Power Rangers in Space. Why that they killed off Zordon, during the final episode. And all that was because Power Rangers in Space was supposed to be the grand finale. And now, right here, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate as to why Adam's only in one episode. I think maybe what could have been it, maybe that his schedule only allowed for him to do one episode. Or it also could be because of the show's budget. They probably only could afford him for just that one episode, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'd like to think that at the time Johnny Young Bosch was already starting to branch out into projects outside Power Rangers. Hint, hint, wink, wink, anime.
Yeah,
and I think more stunt work, because don't forget, Johnny Young Bosch, much like a majority of the Power Rangers actors, he had a martial arts background.
Which makes
an
sense.
Expensive martial arts background.
Now, in some universes, is the leader sometimes the green one?
Depends which incarnation.
With Time Force, Jen was pretty much the field leader because the OG Time Force Red Ranger Alex was presumed deceased. Then Wes was like the rookie Red Ranger who ended up metamorphosizing into one of the most heroic Red Rangers ever.
Huh.
Then came Taylor Earhart in Wild Force, given her military background.
Wow.
Yeah, Wild Force. Wasn't that the first? Wasn't that like the first series? Back when Disney bought the series.
Disney Disney did buy the Power Rangers franchise from Saban, And then you got the first 26 episodes of Wild Force airing on Fox Kids before it went belly up. And the remaining 26 episodes aired on ABC Kids. So kind of look at it as reinforcements from the future serving as a swan song to the Fox Kids era. And then I'd also like to think of Forever Red as the second swan song to the original Saban era.
Yep, I could definitely.
Excuse me.
I could definitely see. I could definitely see why that you would say that. And I mean, considering that was when they brought back Jason David Frank and Austin St. John, so I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric, did you watch the new Walking with Dinosaurs?
I haven't. My schedule's been crazy. I haven't had time. But where are they showing it?
PBS. I mean, matter of fact, it's actually on YouTube now.
Oh, with it being on YouTube, like, do you have to pay? I would imagine.
No. The episodes are free.
Well, then I don't know how the makers of the show are gonna make their return. I don't know how they're gonna make their return profit then.
It's PBS. I don't know.
That's a questionable. I may not know the story. It's possible that maybe somebody leaked it on YouTube.
I mean, I could send you one of the links on one of the episodes.
Now,
give me a second.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they have Spinosaurus in it?
Yes, they do.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And here's also what I want to mention about Wild Force. I know that looking back at Wild Force, I could see why there are certain people who felt like, okay, there were some parts of it that felt underwhelming, and then there were some parts of it that were really good, because I think this also goes out to a lot of the millennials or early millennials who've grown up with, let's say, Captain Planet and the original Power Rangers. It's like, okay, how many times are we going to see ecology in our TV screens? I think the impossible task of, keeping up with Time Force and its grandiose storytelling, as well as its intricate characters and subtle characters too, whether you love them or not. Tough task. And that's just me being nice.
Interesting.
I actually remember watching Wild Force as a kid, and it just makes me feel old knowing that was over 20 years ago now.
Exactly.
Like what, 2001, 2002, around there?
Wild Force was 2002. Time Force was 2001. And it's still kind of surreal to know that with Time Force, that it was also around the time when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
So if you remember those old Fox Kids commercial with Wes and Jen being like the spokespeople for being a hero. Yeah.
Yeah. 9/11 really rocked the whole entire U.S. And I mean, justifiable why, because, it's because our country was attacked by terrorists.
Yeah, there was the whole fear that happened, and you'd think that there was going to be some type of prosperity. It's like the devastation that occurred and the whole frustration and sadness that came. The government more attention
because I haven't seen anything.
Oh, here.
I'm sorry, what were you saying,
But
Antony?
It was just that 9/11 was just so full of contention, and as Eric said, it definitely rocked the United States, and pretty much. And you could also blame it on the terrorism that happened.
I heard
Now I
that.
can't even hear you.
I remember that one of the GTA games was supposed to come out during 2001, but unfortunately, they delayed it because of 9/11.
I think maybe it's because that there might have been some levels in the game like that might have taken place in New York, and so then therefore they might have had to censor out the Twin Towers.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, I think.
yeah, definitely. I think there were
Yeah,
also
and
some
even the
moments.
same thing happened with the original Spider-Man. Like there actually is a scene and I'm pretty sure that it's in the original trailer. Well, like where they had to cut that scene out, and I mean, heck, even on the original poster, like you actually can see the Twin Towers on Spider-Man's eye, but of course they had to censor that out. Yeah, a lot of movies and TV shows and like, yeah. I mean, I completely understand why there had to have been changes, and I mean, not only in just the world of entertainment, but just in the U.S. as well.
it kind of seems disrespectful, though, to the people who died to censor them out because it was still a part of history for that film, and so it just seems very disrespectful. I get why they did it at that time, but now it's like just put out that version. I mean, because it just seems disrespectful now.
I mean, I think, unless if I am proven otherwise, I think now that it's been over 20 years since 9/11 happened, I think that they could put it back in now if they wanted to, like if they wanted to re-release it. I mean, I guess that would depend on if there is enough interest in it. But
I'd just say do it. I mean, what do you got to lose? It's just, I mean, if they re-release, Sony's never going to re-release the Spider-Man movies, but if they did, then I mean, put the scenes back in. What I mean, it's just basically if you re-release movies, it's free money. I mean, just like they're doing with Jaws, because it's Jaws this month because it's the 50th anniversary.
Holy crap, Jaws is 50 years old. That's crazy. But yeah. But however, I could see it backfiring on them if they do re-release Spider-Man, or any of those other movies or TV shows, like with all the 9/11 stuff added back in, because it's possible that you would have to deal with backlash from relatives and friends of people who died on the planes.
In some ways, though, I feel like if you continue to censor them, though, you're letting the terrorists win. By continuing to live in fear over seeing the Twin Towers, we're letting the terrorists win. So.
Okay, now I feel like this conversation is going to get political, so I think we should. I think we should. But yeah, anyways, that Walking with Dinosaurs show. But yeah,
exactly.
So Tyrannitherium, would you say it's as good as the original, or what?
I mean, model-wise, they're better than their original counterparts, but when it comes to like the story, they go back and forth between the scientists and the dinosaurs. They go back and forth, not like what they did in the original, where they just focus on the dinosaurs, but they just go back and forth. But they still have story. Don't get me wrong. But,
with all that said, I know that the original had I know the original like had Kenneth Branagh as a narrator. Did they bring him back?
No,
Oh,
someone
that's a
else.
shame.
Yeah, the reason why Kenneth Branagh is not narrating is because he kind of moved on because he's a director now, in my opinion. So he
I
moved
mean,
on.
they could have still paid him to come back as in, to narrate. It's because that
It
there
is
actually are
possible.
like there actually are plenty of people in the industry like who both direct and also act. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of paying them
I
their
mean, that's the
salary.
thing about Kenneth Branagh. I think he has a very charismatic presence. That's the thing I've always appreciated about him.
Well, maybe that, or maybe he's just too busy. I don't know. Then again, I don't know his personal background, so yeah.
I mean,
Um,
as much as it sucks that he didn't come back, because honestly, it just doesn't feel the same, for the Walking With series to not have Kenneth Branagh. Maybe it's because that it just didn't fit within their budget, or maybe a scheduling conflict. I'm not sure.
yeah,
Mm.
that's
'Cause
true.
I also know that when they did Walking with Caveman, he didn't narrate that one either.
Yeah, he didn't do that one. Yeah, the only thing he did was Dinosaurs, Beasts, and Monsters, and the special Allosaurus.
Yeah, it's a real shame that he didn't do Caveman and even this one.
Yeah,
And he especially didn't do the movie that came out in 2013.
yeah, but you never know why
Yeah,
they didn't use him. Jack Horner said that it's a quote. Yes, that wasted potential documentary, Bizarre Dinosaurs. Yeah, Bizarre Dinosaurs is one of the most strangest paleo documentaries ever because they brought in Jack Horner, the porn star.
Shocking.
well, I mean, Jack Horner is one of the bigger name paleontologists.
I know, but many people don't like him because he says some ridiculous statements.
I mean, I do get where people are coming from, but from what I understand about Jack Horner, uh, Jack Horner sometimes, struggles with communication. So, from what I understand, like from what Vanessa has told me, Jack Horner has Jack Horner actually meant to communicate that he thinks that T-Rex was both a hunter and a scavenger, and it's just with all the, with some of the crap that he had to deal with, it was just more so of a communication error on his end because it's because from what Vanessa told me, Jack Horner also does have autism as well, which I think that could explain, like his special interest is paleontology.
I thought that he was trolling. I mean, partly I think he was trolling about the scavenger predator debate, but
Actually, Alex, I did enjoy Harry Potter growing up. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but Alex was also asking me a question. But yeah, going back to your topic, I think there's also a lot of fascinating stuff about not just paleontology, but also how you could also relate it to film and, well, how you can make certain effects with film just pop and come to light.
unfortunately, much of the Spinosaurus episode is already 5 years out of date. I know, though, not cited, no logic, that Scott Hartman, whom I know on Facebook, tend to fix what he could. Really? I mean, then again, I know that there's been lots of debates on Spinosaurus about not semi-aquatic, being some. I don't know. Who knows?
From what I understand, basically I mean, it makes sense, since crocodiles are archosaurs and dinosaurs are archosaurs. From what I understand, is that it both could walk on land, uh, and it could swim in water, but it's just that primarily, though, it was just a lot more efficient if it was in the water.
Yeah, the only thing is that there's a paper that mentioned that Spinosaurus would sink like a rock or something, but I don't know. I mean, think about it. It had that paddle-like tail, so
Yeah, so it
would
would
sink
make
like a
sense
rock.
for its paddle tail that it could swim, and on top of that, dinosaurs had hollow bones, which
Not all.
actually allowed them to get so big, and on top of that, that also allowed them to be able to evolve, to be able to fly later on. And so then therefore, with its bones being hollow, I think that kind of hurts the argument, that Spinosaurus would just sink.
No, however, not all of them have hollow bones.
Which ones don't?
Sauropods don't have hollow bones. Their bones are thick because they're super, super heavy animals.
Huh. I could have swore that sauropods had hollow bones as well.
I thought they don't because they're so big.
Okay, I'm gonna fact check that now. Did sauropods?
Because they're big, like. Mr. Mr. Enter.
Yeah, Mr. Enter.
Never heard of Mr. Enter.
Yes. Okay, so I just fact checked it, and yes, sauropods did have hollow bones, which makes sense since that sauropods actually were the largest, out of all the dinosaurs. So.
Okay, never mind then. I swear, I thought that they don't, but whatever. Oh, hey, Lion Country.
Hey.
Please just ignore that comment. Oh, wait.
But yeah,
What comment? Don't read anything. Oh, the 9/11 thing. I'm sorry.
Simba, come on. Simba.
My
Simba.
Crocodile model of Spinosaurus has been disproved again and again. Hone and Holtz, 2021. Sereno at Patel, and yet refused to follow the science. Then again, I don't know those people, so yeah. Sauropods do have 80 hollow bones. They're 80% air. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and also from my understanding, what also allowed dinosaurs to get so big, was the air sacs they have, which is the same breathing mechanism that we see in birds. And so it's another piece of evidence.
Yeah.
That birds are dinosaurs, and
yeah. Except for that, I do believe that sauropods may have a different type of air sac, not like the bubbles or the balloons on their heads, like in the new Walking with Dinosaurs. They would push their throats like ostriches would do.
Yeah, while it may look silly, with how they do that in the show. I mean, granted, I don't know how accurate it is, but if it is accurate, science is one of those things where it doesn't matter what your opinion is. It's is that what the evidence points to? Yes or no? It's just the whole thing about if T-Rex had lips or not. It's now, while granted, I definitely do agree that I think visually T-Rex looks better without lips, but at the end of the day, science is not about opinion. Science is about evidence.
Yes. Although they did mention about until we find a mummy, then we'll know the truth. But yeah. Oh. Throats. Where the heck? Oh, there they are. Screen share. This is what I would, what they would do. Sauropods.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, since they had really long necks, so yeah. Here's another one.
Are we still on the lip thing?
No.
To say, who gives a crap?
I know. I just say until we find a mummy.
Did dinosaurs? My question is, well, why don't we just ask the real question? Did dinosaurs have big breasts?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, did dinosaurs have boobies or whatever? Big
Exactly.
Jeepers. Anyways, I think I better go right now. It was lovely to catch up with you guys. So, see you next time.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
See ya.
The whole reason that sauropods could have had got so massive is because they had hollow bones and avian breathing system. Yeah. Yes. Fun fact: I actually met the guy. Oh yeah, the Spino guy. Abraham. I know the guy's name. I know who you're talking about. I just forget the guy's name. Musculosaurus had air sex too. Yes, but they kind of blow them like dinosaurs. I wonder. They probably did because they were like ostrich-like. So yeah. I mean, I guess that sauropods could also do that as well, like the ostrich. But Ibrahim, that's the Spino guy. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing the guy's name.
Yeah.
He was also in the new Walking with Dinosaurs. Hope Eric shows up. Hello, Junebug Films?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I was going to say, what's wrong? You look angry.
How do you know you can't see me on my camera?
Your voice. I'm just joking. What was I going to say?
I guess I'm just feeling a little down.
I get you. Are you outside?
No.
Sounds like wind.
My fan is 90. It's 100 degrees.
Oh, shit. That's why.
So
I thought you were at a weak place.
yeah. So if people are gonna complain about the fan, I'm sorry. I'm not turning it off. It's 100 degrees. And yeah, my AC is on too, but you know.
Well, Kansas is pretty hot in the summer. Well, Kansas is warm in the summer.
Yeah,
Not
but
that, I don't know why you were doing that whistle thingy, Majiggy.
that was the joke. You said Kansas.
Yeah, I know.
Kansas is hot.
I don't know. I don't know too much about Kansas.
It's not all just flatland.
What it is.
Not all just flatland. It's honestly, there's beauty in Kansas, honestly.
Does Kansas have a desert?
Not the traditional sense, but there are desert-like areas. If that makes sense. But not really what scientists would classify as a desert, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's sandy areas that could pass as the desert.
And Kansas has a beach, right?
I mean, there's beaches. It's not like near the ocean, obviously, but yeah.
Actually, heck. So, you still work at your job? What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. The last three papers firmly show that through the 3D models of Spinosaurus.
Hey, sorry about that. My phone died, but I just thought of this. So, yeah, I saw what you sent me. I think I know how that they're making money off of it with it being on YouTube. I think that it's because of the ads that they have. So yeah, that's probably how.
Yeah, well, it's free at least. Same with like Nat Geo Wild, well, National Geographic in general. You can watch a couple of their newer documentaries now.
And you can even find like a lot of older documentaries, like there's one called Dinosaur, a fun field trip back in time. That was one that I used to watch when I was a kid. I watched it on repeat, and sadly, it's only been released on VHS. They haven't ever put it out on DVD, and because of that, I did my research. As far as I can tell, that documentary is in the public domain, since that the people who made the documentary never even bothered to renew the copyright. I'm guessing maybe it's because that they felt like it just didn't have, maybe there wasn't enough interest in it. But however, when you find it on YouTube, like there's a ton of people like who will comment on it saying that, oh, this was my childhood.
Yeah, I remember watching it, having it on VHS. Pretty fun to watch.
Remember one of them where they had Walter Cronkite?
With what?
They had Walter Cronkite talk about dinosaurs.
Huh. Oh yeah, there was a guy who played as Superman, and he was talking about dinosaurs.
I think you're talking about Christopher Reeve, right?
I think so. Like back in '89.
Yeah.
There
have been a ton of dinosaur documentaries, and of course, out of all the paleo documentaries, it's definitely going to be that one which is going to get the most attention, since that out of all paleo creatures, it's definitely dinosaurs like that have the most modern key value.
Yeah. For some reason, as a kid, I always thought that even though a lot of people do like dinosaurs, but a lot of people don't really give a crap about dinosaurs, now everybody loves dinosaurs like crazy thanks to Jurassic franchise coming back.
Especially when the first movie came out, a lot of paleontologists have said that, that they saw like the biggest boom, like with people getting into paleontology simply because of Jurassic Park. And I can imagine that when Jurassic World came out, I can imagine that boom probably happened yet again.
Yeah.
Well, that's why there needs to be another Dino franchise.
Well,
I've been saying that for years.
They are actually. There is a dinosaur franchise on YouTube called Talon. Talon is basically it's basically like Land Before Time and Avatar: The Last Airbender combined. It's an interesting series. Well, cartoon series.
I don't know. I think that you need something.
I can't hear you because of the wind.
I can't hear him either. But yeah,
What?
what I have been saying is that, Carnosaur is an IP that I think that they should try again. I definitely think that they should try to make a new Carnosaur movie, and try to have it be more faithful to the book. But, now, while, yes, there absolutely is a market, for, dinosaurs, but I think if they want to reach an even bigger audience, I think that if they got, a big-name producer or even, a big-name actor in it, I think that could help, a new Carnosaur movie to be able to rival Jurassic Park, which is ironic since that, the original Carnosaur movie actually was released, at that time, to rip off Jurassic Park, which is ironic because Carnosaur actually did have Laura Dern's mom.
Well, true, but you also have the problem that in some ways to the average public, we're not talking movie fans here, the movie star is dying.
I mean, you could argue that Timothée Chalamet definitely is a new star, that he's been in more recent movies, so.
He is, but outside of Dune, Willy Wonka, I don't think it really was profitable. It might have broken even or maybe made a small profit. I don't think it was like a blockbuster.
But I mean, that new Wonka movie, it definitely was a hit. And on top of that, he also was in the Dune movies, and yeah, those are hits. And on top of that, he also even was in that movie like where he played that musician. I forget who it was, but I mean,
The guy who can't sing because he sounds very nasal.
What?
Like a Rolling Stone. Bob Dylan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bob Dylan.
Oh.
All around the watchtower.
Well,
okay, that sounds pretty condescending. So I'm out.
what? Wait, what? Condescending. What's going on here?
I don't know. Whatever. I just Bob Dylan. It's Bob Dylan. He sings with a very nasally voice. That's what I was doing. So.
Oh. Well, I guess in the future, don't do it.
Eric, I'm sorry, but listen to Bob Dylan's voice. He sings with a nasally voice.
I don't know who Bob Dylan is.
You're not missing much.
Bob Dylan.
All right. Well, if I'm going to be treated like this, then I'm just going to leave too. Honestly, if I'm going to be treated like crap, then I'm just going to leave too.
I wish you guys can get along.
Well, if I'm going to be treated like crap, I'm just going to leave. So goodbye.
I'm not gonna treat you like crap, but the Oviraptor displayed having air sacs, and yeah, that is true, but I don't know. The three papers build, well, I mean, you never know. The thing is that since Spinosaurus had a paddle-like tail, it should make sense, really. But I don't know. Who's done? Who's that? Oh, this movie. I'd never seen this movie before. Yeah. I never heard of it. But anyways, I'm going to leave the live stream now. I got to stretch my body and take a nap and stuff. Maybe. We'll see. But anyways, you guys take care and have a nice day, everyone. And I will see you guys next week. Catch you guys later.